WJLA, a TV station in Washington, D.C., was abruptly interrupted from its regular programming. Everything was going as usual, when all of a sudden the screen went black, and without warning, this image appeared on viewers' TVs.
Hey, yo, bro.
If it wasn't God, where would I be? I count on my blessing and there's no stressing, I live in this peace. Yeah, flying the globe, all over the sea. I've seen many places, been too many places, thought we'd never be.
Alright, chat. Y'all see what we got right there, man? This is a video that was recommended on streaming. As you can see, we live streaming right now. We chilling. Hey, chat, say what's up to YouTube. Pull up and come join us, man. We stream every Sunday. Yeah, we're streaming right now. We vibing. We chilling. So you missing out. You know what I'm talking about, cuz. We got 4 most disturbing TV hijacking in history. Okay, that why after I read that, I kind of got scared after reading that. Hijacking the TV, like why it was going on, like something happened and the channel changed and there was some crazy stuff going on. Now that, okay, that's kind of scary. I can't wait to see what's about to happen. But we're gonna snap right to the video, man. We ain't gonna waste the time, man. Y'all go ahead and subscribe, like if you're new to this channel. Follow the Twitch, like I said. We live streaming, we vibing, we chilling with everybody, man. Chat, say what's up to YouTube. Let's get into this video, man. Get pop.
14-0 Bears. Then the defense, which hadn't put up a sack in 12 quarters, finally did.
Perhaps the most popular TV hijacking is the Max Headroom incident. It's likely you've seen it before. A man dressed in a suit, sunglasses, and most notably a Max Headroom mask. Max Headroom was a fictional character advertised as the first computer-generated TV presenter. He first appeared in his own movie before the character got his own TV.
Oh, I remember this shit with Eminem. What's the name of that Eminem song? The God something? I remember this setting, bro. But yeah, y'all see what I'm saying? This is the same setting, bro, of what is going on in this video right here. Y'all see this shit?
Program.
Y'all see this shit? This is literally the same setting, bro. Y'all see what I'm saying? I was like, bro, why that shit look so familiar, bro? And he wearing the suit and everything. Oh shit, okay. That's crazy. Okay, so what happened? Let's see.
Character advertised as the first computer-generated TV presenter. He first appeared in his own movie before the character got his own TV program. Popular back in the mid-80s, it's likely most everyone instantly recognized the mask when on November 22nd, 1987, a sports segment on WGN-TV was abruptly hijacked. This being what appeared on the screens of thousands.
McMahon and McKinnon, 14-0 Bears. Then the defense, which hadn't put up a sack in 12 quarters, finally did.
Bro, that is creepy as fuck.
The hijacking lasted a total of 17 seconds before engineers at WGN were able to regain control of the broadcast tower by switching to a backup frequency.
Can y'all hear me better now,
chat? At the time, not even they knew what had happened.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. Actually, the computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top with the Bears and tell you once again about the 30-10 victory they had over Detroit today out at Soldier Field. We'll show you from the top and show you again.
The video itself shows the man in the Max Headroom mask swaying erratically, all while the background rotates from side to side. This is seemingly to recreate the look from the actual Max Headroom show, which features a similar background. During the hijacking, a distorted buzzing sound can be heard. Only the visuals were successfully hijacked. However, on that same day a few hours later, a different station, WTTW, was also hijacked by the same group.
It's Eminem got the idea from the hijack. I thought it was the other way around. And nah, because like Eminem was also kind of like describing like hijacking, because he's like the whole like song was like kind of like him being a computer and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense. That's great.
And this time there was audio.
You should talk often with the old ones of your tribe. That is the only way to learn.
I'll get you a hot drink, miss.
Oh, I could do some dry clothing.
Because he's a freaking nerd. I think I'm going to check some worse than working What's the way? Your love is fading. I still see the X.
Bro, what the fuck?
My files. Oh, I guess they're a giant masterpiece for all the greatest world newspaper nerds. They're coming to get me.
This second
Ain't no
incident
fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
They're coming to get me.
This second incident lasted longer at about 90 seconds. This is because no engineers were on duty at the time, meaning no one was there to quickly switch to a backup frequency. The motive behind the interruption is unknown, as there isn't really ever one clearly established, even with audio. Many suggest the man was simply rambling on, saying any nonsense sentence that came to mind. However, others think differently.
I think I better check Swirsky.
The man mentions Chuck Swirsky, who was a TV reporter employed by WGN. At one point, the man also begins humming the tune to Clutch Cargo.
Bro, my brain is like hurting, bro. It's like I'm trying to comprehend the fuck I'm looking at. Like, what the fuck I'm watching, bro?
A cartoon that aired on WGN. He followed this with I Still See the Axe. This is possibly a reference to the last episode of Clutch Cargo aired on WGN, titled Big Axe.
I still see the X. Oh, I guess they're a giant masterpiece for all the greatest world newspaper nerds.
Additionally, the man mentions how he made a giant masterpiece for all the greatest world newspaper nerds. He likely meant World's Greatest Newspaper, or WGN, the first station that was hijacked.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, that shit look like some manipulating ass shit, bro. Y'all know, like, when you getting hypnotized type shit, like the shit in the background moving and it's weird ass in front, it's just fucking weird as shit, bro. That's crazy.
Perhaps he felt wronged by the station in some way, and the hijacking was deliberately created for and against WGN. Or maybe everything he said was all nonsense. Whatever the case, the FBI immediately started an investigation, confident they would be able to find whoever was responsible for the interference.
But the odds, I'd say, if a guy continues to involve himself, either sporadically or continuously, it's very great that we will determine who it is.
Months, years, and now even decades have passed with no sign of who's behind the Max Headroom mask.
So he didn't even do it one time. He did this like numerous number of times, like over and over and over, and they couldn't figure out what the fuck, who the fuck, and how the fuck, in the fuck is going on. That's crazy.
All we know for sure is what's shown in the video. At least 3 people were involved, one under the mask, one behind the camera, which can be proven from a slight shift in the camera's angle at one point, and one rotating the background, which is shown stopping when they step into frame themselves. Also known is that the video was not recorded live, rather it was pre-recorded. This is proven with the visible cut in the video. To this day, it remains unknown who hijacked the 2 TV stations. To this day, it remains unknown who hijacked the 2 TV stations. No one has ever been charged. On August 19, 1987, during the 4 p.m. edition of KNBC's Channel 4 News, reporter David Horowitz was interrupted by an unidentified man walking into the studio. The man appears in frame armed and hands David a set of papers. He instructs him to read them. And without another option, David calmly does what he's told.
Is he holding a gun to his back or something? On TV? Bro, do you know how bold you gotta be to come on TV and put a gun to somebody's back. I don't know if it's a gun, but David looks scared. David looks scared. It looks like he's being threatened to do something.
Pardon me?
Please check.
What is this?
Yeah, he's got a gun. Call the cops.
Let me see what it's.
Oh, I heard somebody says the gun. Call the cops.
Please check.
What is this?
Yeah, he's got a gun. Call the cops.
Got a gun. Call the cops.
Let me see what it says. All right.
He's got a gun to his back.
All right. Well, let me read this. Folks, we have someone on the set who's standing here and would like me to read this copy which was just handed to me. You want to tell me your name or not? What is it? And Gary, where are you from?
The video was then taken off the air and replaced with a still screen. But thousands of people had already witnessed it live, and police were immediately flooded.
Bro, everybody in that motherfucker was like calm, bro. They're like, shit. Yeah, we can't do nothing. This nigga walk into our fucking territory with a fucking gun. They don't even know who the fuck he is. Like, how the fuck did you have your shit set up for somebody to just randomly walk into your territory so easily, casually? Like, did they hack your door or your gate? Or you like, where are you at? In a fucking trailer park, nigga? The fuck? How the fuck they got on TV? How secure is your shit for motherfucker to find a way to come in? Yeah, where is security? Like, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Still screen. But thousands of people had already witnessed it live, and police were immediately flooded with calls from viewers. Monitors in the studio clearly indicated they were no longer on the air, but the reporters desperately tried to convince the man he was still on. He believed them and continued to let David read.
I was warned in 1981 by someone with connections at the CIA to stay off the computers, that they didn't trust people on computers. When I began receiving disturbing calls from my parents, which led me to believe that something terrible was going on. I was then forced into a mental hospital in Tallahassee, where I learned that my brother-in-law had been driven insane in the same manner that someone was trying to do to me.
After minutes of this, David finally finishes reading the statement, at which point the man sets down his weapon, and it's revealed that it was only ever an empty BB gun. Police entered the studio and immediately arrested the guy. He was Gary Stolman. He managed to get in the studio as a guest to an employee. His father, Max Stolman, would sometimes work for KMBC as a reporter. Once inside, Gary waited for the channel to go live before walking into frame. Now, written on the paper Gary wanted read, it turned out to be a nonsense statement on the CIA, alien life, and other conspiracy-type stuff. One of the sections read, "The man who has appeared on KMBC for the past 3 years is not my biological father. He is a clone, a double created by the Central Intelligence Agency and alien forces. It is only a small part of a greater plot to overthrow the United States government and possibly the human race itself." Gary was sent to a county jail.
Hey, look, man. I don't believe in aliens, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe that there is some things that are hidden from us humans, you know what I'm saying, by the government that we are not supposed to see or supposed to know or supposed to, get close to, to our knowledge. They want us to be up there in knowledge than the people. Because government want to control mass number of people to be blind to know what is going on in the world. Like, they've already tried to control the media, but they can only control a certain percentage of the media. Everybody's still gonna find out. But there's some things that I know that is hidden that they don't want us to know. It's the aliens that real fight me. He said the government is hiding it. Now I feel like they are hiding something that could be alien. I don't believe in alien, but I do believe they're hiding something that is alien-like. That could be alien. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that they're hiding, and they're trying to, not make people, be open to it, to understand it, to see it. Letters like this, bro. For somebody to go this far, I ain't gonna say you're crazy, bro. Not everybody that is trying to expose shit like this is crazy, bro. Like, come on, bro. They're just gonna be looked at as crazy because they don't want us to know. So we gonna keep looking at people like this as crazy. Meanwhile, let's be honest, they probably know something that we don't know, and the government don't want them to let us know. So they're gonna try to put, paint that nigga as crazy. Like Kanye crazy type shit. You feel me? So sue me, nigga. I'm saying this right here, there might be some truth to what that nigga is saying. Like, nigga, you risk your rights to go on fucking national television, bro, with a gun just because you want this to be heard on TV? Nigga, you're not crazy, bro. You're not that crazy, bro. Come on, bro.
Jail as he awaited trial. He was found mentally ill and was arranged to get the help he needed. His father later made a statement on the incident, reading, "I do have a sick son. He has been hospitalized a number of times. I'm just thankful he wasn't shot." In July of 2007, WJLA, a TV station in Washington, D.C., was abruptly interrupted from its regular programming. Everything was going as usual, when all of a sudden the screen went black, and without warning, this image appeared on viewers' TVs.
Hey, yo, bro.
A close-up, grainy, black and white photo of two human heads, one smiling, one not. Viewers watched.
Bro, why did this shit give me so much chills, bro? Nah. If I'm watching TV and my shit just go dark and boom, this is what I'm looking at for, like, I don't know how long that shit probably stayed on the screen. Nigga, I am freaking the fuck out, bro. Hell nah, I turned off the TV. Bro, I am freaking the fuck out, bro. Cause that is not normal, bro. That is great. No, this, oh my God, bro. What the fuck, bro? Shit, bro.
Watching live were confused and honestly creeped out. The image was unsettling, to say the least. It stayed on screen for several seconds with no movement and no sound, just the image, before abruptly disappearing and returning to the station's regular programming. Many viewers
for several seconds. I don't know what several seconds. It might be 7, 10, 8. I don't know, but it was on there for more than 2 seconds, bro. It's not like a glitch, and then even if it was a glitch, I would still question that shit, because what the fuck did I just saw? And why the fuck was I the only one that saw that shit? Like, nigga, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Viewers called the station and made posts online trying to get answers. In response, the cable company ended up releasing an official statement on the incident. They claimed the image was a still frame from an advertisement for the Oprah Winfrey Show that was scheduled to play later on. Basically, they reasoned that their system somehow glitched in showing the still frame. This explanation left people skeptical. Many searched but found no Oprah Winfrey advertisement showing anything resembling the still frame.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
It's widely believed the explanation was a cover-up for a successful hijacking of the station. Although, if this is the case, whoever's responsible for it is not identified. Viewers that had footage of the incident found that after posting them online, they were mysteriously getting taken down. There are no surviving videos left on the internet today, and so footage of the incident is now being treated as lost media. The only remaining evidence is this picture of the still frame that was shot.
I feel like somebody's watching me at this point. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Even with our phones and all that, how it be listening to us and all that shit. That shit still kind of disturbing though. But we still using our phone though. But if this type of shit happen, imagine you watching Netflix one day. Netflix, nigga. Not no fucking TV, cable channel, whatever. Netflix. And your shit just go, bah. And all of a sudden you see a frog lipping, or you see some random ass shit just pop up on your screen for like 5 seconds, and then boom, go back to your show. You telling me you're not gonna try to rewind it to see if maybe that's part of the show, or did your shit just glitched? Nigga, I would lose my freaking shit.
Shown.
That's crazy.
It's January 3rd, 2007.
All right,
the Australian broadcast channel Channel 7 is broadcasting a rerun of an episode of the Canadian television documentary Mayday. At one point during the documentary, the audio suddenly cuts out and is eerily replaced with constant looping of a man yelling the words, "Jesus Christ, help us all, Lord." The visuals remain unchanged. It was only the audio that was affected. One viewer witnessing this pulled out his camera and began recording the strange audio.
Jesus Christ.
Christ, help us all, Lord. Jesus 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 Christ, help us all, Lord. Jesus.
This would go on for over 5 minutes before returning back to the documentary's original sound. The viewer wrote, "I was channel surfing and heard this weird sound being repeated. It caught my attention as it was very odd, a bit creepy. I thought it was some kind of subliminal message that someone must have hacked in. I tried ringing the station for several minutes, but they never picked up." After gathering enough attention, a spokesperson for the network would make a statement. He denied the transmission being a prank or security breach, and actually claimed that the repeated line was a part of the original broadcast. He further stated that the audio actually said, "Jesus Christ, one of the Nazarenes." However, there's almost no similarity between the two phrases. People took this statement almost as a joke, considering how absurd it was. It's believed the station's audio was temporarily hijacked, and the network didn't want to admit to it. A few independent researchers began an investigation on where the original audio came from, and surprisingly, it was actually found. It turns out the audio came from the haunting video of Preston Wheeler reacting to an ambush on his convoy in Iraq.
Jesus Christ, help us all, Lord.
This attack occurred after the convoy had made a wrong turn down a dead-end street, though Preston was fortunate enough to make it out alive. The finding of this video seemed to raise only more questions, like the reason behind why the hijacker chose to use this audio. No further information would ever be discovered. The whole situation kinda just slowly died down with no real answers. The hijacker responsible was never identified.
Bro, nah, this is the most disturbing ass shit I've ever seen, bro. Bro, this is crazy, chat. Nah, this shit scared me, bro. Nah, bro. If this was to happen nowadays, bro, nah, everybody's gonna be twerking out their mind. Everybody's gonna be tripping, bro. No cap. Crazy shit. Nah, that's tough. He said he won this video as the most disturbing video ever. Nah, that motherfucker win, bro. That shit's crazy. Nah, this is wild, bro. This is crazy. Hey, man, but that's it for that video, man. That's it for that. That's tough.